this video, I'm going to show you how powerful the power play is out of the beast formation. Now, this is our beast formation system and plays Facebook group. It's by far the biggest on Facebook. It's by far the best beast resource on Facebook, and it's definitely the most active. So I did a poll with our community here. I asked them, we want to do a free clinic, a deep dive into a particular play. And power, then counter was a decently close second. So, I'll do a deep dive on our counter as well. But in this video, I'm going to take you through power. Okay, I'm going to go over the formations. I'm going to go over what power is, the run scheme of it, the blocking rules. And then I'm going to show you a couple different ways to run it out of different formations. All right, so I'll also show you some game film as well at the end. All right, so if you're not part of this group and you want to learn about the beast, everything from just learning plays, learning about the system, playbooks, we got a ton of free resources, playbooks in the file section. And, we also discuss on how to slow it down, how to stop it. So, it is the ultimate beast resource. All right, so if you're on Facebook, definitely join this group. There's a lot of free plays, free playbooks, clinics like these, like this. So, it's great. All right, well, first off, I'm going to start off with the base beast formation. Okay, for us, this is what we call beast right. If the formation was switched, okay, this would be beast left. So simple. There are several different variations of the beast formation, which I'll take you through. So there's a lot of different ways you could run power out of the beast. Okay, there's a lot of formations that fall under the umbrella of the beast. So we'll go through those. But this is just the base way we run it. All right, and most of our game film will be out of this and our diesel formation. Now, for us, we like a balanced line on the beast. Traditionally, it's really like a four-man surface or tackle over. And then this back is up here. I think that's what the traditional beast is. But for us, this is how we do it. Now, it features a balanced line. We have a three-man surface to the left, three-man blocking surface to the right. Excuse me, allergies killing me. And the backfield is offset to the right. So we got two beast blocking backs and then offset back here. And then obviously this is one of our best running backs. Okay, we usually rotate our two best kids and just keep switching them around, give them direct snaps. All right, so what I like about this formation is it's a balanced line and it's an unbalanced backfield. So if the defense overshifts to the unbalanced backfield, you're still pretty strong here. And with a three-man surface, so you could send these kids going back this way and have outnumber them by one or even two. So, it really keeps them honest and forces the defense to defend both sides of the formation. All right, now let's go over the power blocking scheme. All right, the first, we'll start with the play side. For us, we're going to get an automatic double team on the play side defensive tackle. All right, so the first defender in here to over the inside shoulder of the guard, any defender there, whether he's head up on our tackle. If he's on the inside shade of our tackle, we'll probably tell our kids just to double him and wash him down anyway. If we don't have to, we won't. All right, but if any defender over the tackle, in between the tight end and tackle, or over our tight end, that's who we're double teaming. All right, so we're going to get a double team here, double team here. Now here's an important part. Okay, when you're running power, make sure you have your blocking backs cheat in. All right, so they have a better angle to kick out. And we like to run sweep a lot first, actually, and that widens this kid out. And once we see them widening, that's when we just slice it inside of them. But make sure your kick out player, which is him, all right, he has a good angle to kick out. So don't be scared to have him cheat a split in and up. Up to close the distance, in to give himself a better angle. All right, so we're going to get a kick out here. Now, you could kick out with the 3 and insert with the 4. Good switch responsibilities. That's, it's an easy switch. But this is how we're going to do it here. All right, so we're going to kick out. We're going to get a double team. He's going to insert right off the butt of the double team. We're going for this kid. All right, two backs going to lead. We're going to have his head on the inside. First linebacker to show will probably be the Mike. A lot of times our guard probably won't be able to cut him off. But he's going to block inside over free. Now, if you want, we would deuce this. We would tell the right guard to double the nose. If you want to double team the nose guard, you could do that. Otherwise, he's blocking inside over free. No one on his inside, he's blocking over. If there's no one inside in his gap, no one over him, he's free to get a linebacker. If he can't cut off the mic, which most of the time he doesn't, Don't chase, work back. Okay, oh, I'm sorry. This guard's going to pull. He's going to step down, replace. He's going to step down, replace. This guard's going to pull, wrap, and we're going to work straight ahead to outside, okay? And then we're going to go just like that. All right, so that's just power in a nutshell. You could insert this kid here. You could kick him out. You could double here. You could double here. You don't have to double here, or you really don't even have to double here if you don't want. If you can handle it, you could have this kid go here. So there's a lot of different ways to do this, guys. You could double insert. You could cheat him in. You could have him insert here. Okay, have him insert here and have the 2-back kick out. You know, I wouldn't do it that way, but I've seen people do it. You know, have that traditional fullback as the kick out, like your traditional power out of, say, like the I formation or even the wing T. All right, so you know, there's lots of different ways to do things, right? So that's just basically power, guys. And again, power is a double team on the play side D tackle. All right, we got a double team on the play side D tackle. We kick out the contain player, and we wrap the backside guard for a linebacker within the beast. Okay, we don't need to block the play side because we already have a player for him, so he's going to pull, wrap, eyes on the Mike backer. All right, so essentially that's power. Double team at the point of attack, kick out of the contained player, and you're going to wrap up the backside guard through block. Now, do you have to pull the guard? You don't at all. If maybe you're facing a 4-4 or 6-2 where your guards are covered and you don't want them to pull. Or maybe they're putting a guy over your center and a guy over your guard, so you really can't. If this guard leaves, you can't block him. So you don't have to pull the backside guard. You could make it more. If we're not, this is blast for us, but we're blocking it like power. The only difference is that we're not pulling the backside guard. So you definitely do not have to pull the backside guard. Nothing changes. Still gonna kick out. Still gonna insert. Still going to insert here. So you could say, even though we're not pulling the guard, all right, we still have 1, 2, 3 lead blockers going. 2 lead blockers going through the hole with a double team and an easy kick out angle. So it's a good play. If you're worried about backside A gap pressure, which definitely could be a problem if defenses are shooting over the A gap, you just have the guard stay. You could have him pull and then just tag him stay. Just say, hey, stay, stay, stay. And that'll tell him to just block inside over free block almost. So you could still run power without the pull. People would say that this becomes duo then, where you're getting double teams here. But, we would just call it power anyway with a stay tag. It just tells our guard he's not going to pull, and we're good. So, easy change, good adjustment in case you're seeing multiple A-gap defenders. You could just have them stay. You could match that up and just keep running off tackle with plenty of numbers at the point of attack. All right, so let's get into some of the plays. I got a bunch here. That's just that. All right. So now here's power with 2 tight ends out of our this is a formation we call B spread, but that's just telling our one wingback he's going wide to pull the corner out. Because sometimes when we can press in, these teams, they have to roll their corner up and they use them as a force player. So sometimes we want to take the corner out of the play, or we want to get a minimum play kid here. It just adds some alignment conflict for the defense. They have to respect the receiver at least a little bit. So, and if you have a good receiver and they don't respect them, and this your best athlete who's probably your kicker and is probably able to throw, is your best runner, have him throw. It's not hard. I'm sure your best athlete could throw pretty well too. All right. So this is our beast. We just say spread. Actually, we're calling it wide, so we would just tell this kid to go wide. But we're gonna get double team on the play side defensive end, like I said. First to play, and this is a DN because it's a 4-4. All right, if it was a odd front like a 5-3 or 3-5, this D tackle would be down a little bit more. The double team would be down a little bit more. But in this case, against 4-4, 6-2, straight up even front, you're gonna have to double team that wide DN or wide D tackle if it was the 6-2. Okay, so double team there. The 3 is going to kick out the contain player. 2 is going to insert on the inside of the double team, and we have our left guard wrap outside of the double team. Okay, so you have to cheat this kid up. He's going to actually beat the guard, and the guard's going to come right behind him and wrap around, look for this linebacker. Okay, if this linebacker forces up here, okay, we got the 2 takes him. If he loops around, he continues and works back to the mic, or you could even have him climb. Okay, so that's how we block power out of our wide formation or beast spread, whatever you want to call it. If this was base beast, he would just insert here and he would work, take the first defender to show. You could have him work inside to out or have him climb to safety. It's whatever you want to do. All right, so that's power out of double tight end. I want to show one without X inside over free. All right, so here's power with the stay tag. All right, we're just gonna tell our guard don't pull. And you could still see we get a lot of numbers at the point of attack. We get the double team here, kick out the contain player, aiming point inside hit. We want to win inside leverage. Aiming point is that inside hit. Ball off the inside and then run our feet and drive them out. All right, so we need a hard, fast, aggressive kick out. 3 is going to insert lead. 2 is going to lead right through the hole. So, you know, it's a lot of bodies at the point of attack. And the 3-man surface to each side makes the defense have to defend both sides of the formation. All right. So okay, here's the beast power with no puller. We're just gonna pull. We're not gonna pull. We're just gonna stay. I already showed you that this is just to the other side. All right, as you can see, we're kicking out the contain. Get a double. 3's gonna lead. 2's gonna lead. And you want the 1 cutting right off the 2's block. All right, power out of diesel. This is probably my favorite way to run power. Is out of our diesel formation. All right, it's been nasty for us. We go tackle over. We're going to get a double team on the play side D tackle. Inside over free, step play side base the nose. Guard's going to pull a wrap for the first inside linebacker to show. If this kid's not there or he flies out or blitzes, don't chase, just work back. Tight end's going to step down, base out. He's basically replacing the guard. All right, we're not worried about these outside kids. And then when we go to receivers, you know, give us 1, 2, 3, 4 eligible passing threats to the right side of the quarterback. So it's a very heavy pass strength, but it's also a very heavy run strength. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, so you have potentially 6 blockers at the point of attack with 4 eligibles to the play side too, or to the, you know, to the right of the quarterback. And if this was diesel left guys, it would just be flipped opposite. All right, so what this formation does is it forces the defense to have to shift the whole defense. Like they can't, the backfield's unbalanced. If the backfield was unbalanced, they need to just shift kind of the linebackers. If the offensive line was balanced, then they should shift their line. So since the offensive line's balanced, their D line should match the unbalance. And since our backfield is unbalanced, their linebackers need to match the unbalance. If they only shift their D line or they only shift their linebackers, and that's not going to be sufficient enough. They're not going to match. They're not just going to match numbers. They're just sliding over, and then we'll have just a different type of leverage on them. So, you know, that's what's great about this formation. They never align properly. They'll shift their linebackers over. That's not sufficient enough because we have a solid 3-man surface with an H-back here. So we could very easily take care of their 2 down linemen with 4, right? So, you know, defense has a problem with this formation. All right, so we're going to kick out, get a double team, pull a wrap, and the 2's going to lead through. Catch a snap and go. Nasty play. Install this, guys, and it'll work every time, I promise you. All right, here's a play I like too. B-gap power. Okay, it's more so an interior power run. It's not. It's pretty much. It's not off tackle. It's, you know, it's pretty much off the guard. So this is a nice interior run. I like it against wide tackle 6-2s. I like it against the 4-4, which is, you know, pretty much the same defense as far as alignment goes. Personnel is a little different, but alignment wise, it's pretty much the same in regards to our blocking rules and who we block. Okay, like the only difference in the 6-2, their edge player or their defensive end or outside backer would be up on the line. Okay, or their wide end will be on the line. Whereas in the 4-4, he's more of a outside linebacker type, probably a little more athletic, but off the ball. So that's the only difference. Rules don't change. He's still the contain player. All right, so now B-gap power, we call it. All right, we are double teaming any defensive lineman inside the outside shoulder of the guard. So basically from here to here, okay, if there's an A gap, head up, B gap, or head up defender, that's who we're doubling. Okay, if there's a defender over each, we base it. We would just say Like if this Sam was up here, we would base it and we'd still kick out this DM. Base meaning we're not double teaming. All right, but you see we're going to get a kick out of the 𝐶 player or the wide tackle in the 6-2. We're going to get a double team on this 𝐴𝐵 defender here. Okay, our fullback's going to pull kick. He's first. The guard's going backside guard's going to pull wrap. All right, center, when he has double 𝐴𝐵 defenders, he's always blocking the backside A. He's going to step down, replace, block back, catch the snap, get right behind the 2 that's lead blocking. So the fullback's going first, kicking out. The guard's pulling and wrapping through first. All right, and then the 2 is going to lead through the hole. So honestly, this is how it should be. I have this drawn up. All right, and then he could just lead block. If this linebacker's not there, you could work to the next safety, or you could just keep lead blocking. All right, so you could just see you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys at the point of attack. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's crazy. So, this is another nasty formation with the fullback, in that little sniffer position. So we're kicking out, get a double team, 2 back leading. And if you don't want to pull the guard, you definitely don't have to pull the guard because you already have a lead back player, right? Like if you're not pulling the guard, you still have a kick out, you still have the double team, and you still have a player leading through. It's just not going to be the guard. And again, that's the stay call. So now we're running power without the pull. All right. So that's a couple different ways we run our power. We'll show you a couple game clips. It's pretty much power without the puller.